United States, and we see also this difference in health expectancy, which is 4 to 5 years. Someone who is born on the lower social class has 5 years less to live expectancy than someone who is born in the higher classes in these very rich countries. Education, as you know, it's a very good index of social class, and we can see the same here. Here is striking, for example, in Poland, you can see that the less educated people are more than 2 times more, have more than 2 times mortality than the people in the same country, in the same city, perhaps, in the same neighborhood that they have higher education. Okay, so education as a proxy of social class. So there is no case to discuss about that. We have also in the very rich countries. Here it's interesting. You see, these are the most rich countries in Europe, which are the Nordic countries. Okay, and they are not only rich, but they have a very rich tradition in welfare state. Okay, and still the welfare is there. Of course, it is there also under offensive, but it is still there. And we can see that this is reporting health. As you know, the self-rated health is another index that it is proved by a lot of research internationally that is a very good index, especially as a prognostic factor for the future health of the population. And we see here a gradient that is going from the 9-year education to the more than 12 years education. So you see a gradient to all these countries, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, and Norway, and of course the gradient between the two genders. Total mortality by occupational class. Here it's the same, that the lower classes have occupationally, they have much higher mortality than the high classes. But what is striking, and I think also worrying for us as public health, but for the society also, is that as you see, from the 80s going to the 90s, this is getting worse. If we would see the general mortality trends, the general of all the population, this is going down. So we have a general decrease of mortality, but in this decrease we have a opening the gap between lower and higher social classes. So this is showing that a lot of people is getting worse. In a trend that all of us getting better, a lot of people are getting worse relatively to the others. So this is also very important. Again, the United Kingdom, England, the difference in adult mortality between the least and most deprived neighborhood. This is another way to see the differences. Neighborhood deprived means more poor neighborhood, and so here we have the more rich neighborhood, and here we have the more poor neighborhoods, and you see that the difference in mortality is, of course, getting worse. An interesting also feature here is that you see that the difference between men and women is getting bigger when you go to the lower social classes, to the most deprived neighborhoods. Some issues from Netherlands also, the self-reported health by income quartile, and we see again the same thing, that the poor are having much higher mortality rates than, self-reported health than the richer people. And again for the Netherlands, and this also has been chosen to, Netherlands is a small country, very rich country, very well organized. So even in the Netherlands, we have these social class differences. That's why I'm showing them, which of course are getting much worse when you go to countries where overall the country is poorer and the differences are bigger. So this is to say, of course, what we said, that mortalities and all the health indexes are really determined by the social reality. Here we have the very well-known these maps that show the big mortality of infant mortality in the south. You see India and Africa, and if you compare that to the wealth of the countries, It is the opposite. Africa is disappeared, and we have North America and Europe, which are the rich countries. So this is what we know, of course. Social inequalities are really the cause of the causes of the health inequalities. And going to my second point, I just want to realize, all of us, that low social classes not only live shorter, as we have seen, but they have, of course, much bigger needs for health care, because they are in a big period of their life, they are in ill health, they are ill, okay? So they need much more health services than the higher classes. So this drives us to the second point, which is inequality in access. So here the problem is getting worse through all these neoliberal policies. Today you have a lot of data also that the use of care is really damaged by the economic barriers. Here you see of all the European countries, it is the specialist care, and you see more than 0.0 point means that the people, the rich are significantly more likely to see a specialist than the poor. That means that to go to a specialist, you go if you have money. If you don't have, you avoid to go. And the same is going with dentists. Dentists is even more striking phenomenon, because in a lot of countries, including Greece, the dental care is not covered by public, so you have to pay. So that's why we are raising people with dental problems, but they don't care about their mouth because it's very expensive. Unmet healthcare needs. This is a very important, in my view, slide, because it's showing the percent of adults having access problems because of cost. And what they say, cost, they say, did not get medical care, and this is both figures, did not get medical care because of cost of doctor's visit, skipped medical tests. This is very important, especially for preventive, for example, cancer. They don't do the test, they don't do the smell test, they don't do the treatment, or